Shadows of Deception. In the quaint town of Willowbrook, where the streets were lined with ancient oak trees and the houses whispered secrets from years gone by, a series of mysterious crimes began to unravel. The townsfolk, usually known for their jovial nature, were now plagued with fear and uncertainty. The first crime unfolded on a stormy night when Mrs. Thompson, a well-respected widow, awoke to find her precious diamond necklace missing. There were no signs of forced entry, no broken windows or jimmied doors. The necklace had seemingly vanished into thin air. The police were perplexed, unable to comprehend how such a valuable item could vanish without a trace. Whispers soon spread through the town as another crime followed shortly after. This time, it was the town's beloved baker, Mr. Higgins, who fell victim. His secret recipe book, filled with treasured family traditions, disappeared from his kitchen counter overnight. The words written by generations before him had vanished, leaving him distraught and inexplicably hopeless. As the crimes continued, the townspeople became consumed with paranoia. Trust, once freely given, became a priceless commodity. Every footstep in the night felt ominous, every shadow cast doubt. The police force worked tirelessly, searching for any shred of evidence that could lead them to the culprits. But the more they investigated, the more enigmatic the crimes became. Young Timothy, an avid reader of mystery novels and aspiring detective, couldn't bear to see his community suffer any longer. Driven by a desire to restore peace and security, he embarked on his own investigation. Armed with nothing but his wits, a magnifying glass, and an unwavering determination, he delved into the secrets lurking beneath the surface of Willowbrook. Through hours of tireless research and interviews, Timothy uncovered an intricate web of deceit and betrayal. Each crime had an underlying connection, a thread that linked them all. It turned out that Mrs. Thompson's missing necklace and Mr. Higgins' stolen recipe book were part of a grand scheme to reunite two star-crossed lovers whose paths had been torn apart years ago. Timothy discovered that the culprits were none other than Mrs. Thompson's daughter, Emma, and Mr. Higgins' son, Oliver. The young lovers had been separated due to a long-standing family feud that had lasted for decades. In their desperation to reunite, they devised a plan to steal precious items from their parents, hoping that the ensuing chaos would force the truth to the surface and bring the families together. When Timothy confronted Emma and Oliver, he saw the longing in their eyes. They had resorted to desperate measures, driven by a love that refused to be extinguished. Recognizing their genuine intentions, Timothy decided to assist them in revealing the secret that had divided their families for so long. With delicate negotiations and careful planning, Timothy orchestrated a meeting between the Thompsons and the Higginses. Words flowed, apologies were exchanged, and the pain of the past dissolved into the embrace of forgiveness. Two families, once torn apart by secrets, now reunited through the efforts of a curious young detective. Willowbrook breathed a collective sigh of relief as the truth was unveiled and the mysterious crimes were solved. From that day forward, the town basked in a newfound harmony, recognizing the power of forgiveness and the bonds that transcend time. And young Timothy, forever celebrated as the hero who unraveled the shadows of deception, continued his adventures, bringing light to even the darkest mysteries that befell his beloved town. Shadows of Deception. Once upon a time, in the quiet town of Whispering Pines, a series of mysterious crimes began unfolding, shrouding the community in a veil of uncertainty and fear. The townsfolk lived in constant trepidation, unaware of the shadowy figures plotting their nefarious deeds. Detective Emily Brooks, a resilient and intuitive investigator, arrived in Whispering Pines to unravel the enigma that gripped the town. Her piercing blue eyes mirrored her determination as she studied each crime scene meticulously, searching for elusive clues that would bring her closer to the truth. The first crime occurred under the cover of darkness. A renowned art gallery, known for exhibiting priceless masterpieces, fell victim to a daring heist. The culprits left no trace behind, leaving the authorities puzzled beyond measure. The whispers amongst the townsfolk grew louder, with suspicions cast upon one another. As the investigation progressed, Detective Brooks unearthed a pattern beneath the chaos. Each crime seemed to be intricately connected, orchestrated by an elusive mastermind lurking in the darkness. The pieces of the puzzle were slowly coming together, leading her towards discovering the truth concealed within the shadows. The second crime sent shockwaves throughout the town. A prominent bank had fallen victim to a meticulously planned robbery. Not a single alarm was triggered, and the vault's security system appeared to have been breached with uncanny precision. The thieves vanished without a trace, leaving town members fearing that the heart of the community was vulnerable to exploitation. Detective Brooks intensified her efforts, piecing together the intricacies of each crime, determined to uncover the elusive culprits. She delved deep into the seedy underbelly of Whispering Pines, interviewing suspects and analyzing every shred of evidence. Her unwavering resolve earned her respect among the townsfolk, who saw her as a beacon of hope and protection. As weeks turned into months, an unexpected ally emerged from the shadows. A mysterious informant, known only as the Whisperer, reached out to Detective Brooks, providing cryptic clues that helped her navigate the labyrinthine conspiracy. With each clue, the truth burned brighter, inching closer to the surface of her investigation. Finally, the day arrived when Detective Brooks confronted the mastermind behind the series of crimes. In a tense and gripping showdown, she unveiled a web of deceit and betrayal that had ensnared the unsuspecting townsfolk. The mastermind, driven by greed and power, had orchestrated the crimes to further their own agenda. In the climactic conclusion, justice prevailed. The mastermind was apprehended, and the townsfolk breathed a collective sigh of relief, their faith in safety restored. Detective Emily Brooks became a hero, forever etched in the hearts of the people of Whispering Pines. With the mystery solved, the town began its healing process, slowly rebuilding the trust shattered by the crimes. Whispers of gratitude for Detective Brooks echoed through the streets, a testament to her unwavering bravery and unyielding determination. The crimes that once cast a long shadow over Whispering Pines had been vanquished, leaving behind a legacy of resilience and community. The town's wounds may have been deep, but they healed in time, reminding everyone that even amidst darkness, they could emerge stronger than ever before. The unsolvable darkness. It started with a single crime, but it quickly escalated into something much larger and more sinister. People in the small town of Millfield were terrified as more and more mysterious crimes began to occur. At first, it was petty thefts or vandalism. But then, people began to go missing. The town was on edge, and the police were at a loss. No one knew who was behind the crimes or what their motives were. Months went by, and the situation only got worse. It seemed like every week there was a new victim, always taken in the dead of night. The townspeople were scared to leave their homes, and those who did never went out alone. But then, something changed. A group of vigilantes emerged, determined to catch the perpetrator themselves. They patrolled the streets at night, armed and ready for whatever lay ahead. It didn't take long before one of them caught a break. They saw a hooded figure sneaking through an alley, and they gave chase. In the end, they managed to corner the suspect, who turned out to be none other than the mayor of Millfield. No one could believe it. The mayor was supposed to be a pillar of the community, yet here he was, committing heinous crimes under the cover of darkness. He was promptly arrested, and the town breathed a collective sigh of relief. But even with the culprit behind bars, the damage had already been done. The once peaceful town would never be the same again. The citizens of Millfield would always remember the dark period when mysterious crimes shrouded their homes in fear and uncertainty.